Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us today. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Insurgent boot from Speed & Strength's 2020 boot lineup. So starting things off today, you're going to notice we're going to have two colorways. We're going to have a black and a beautiful tan boot here. Personally, I really like this tan boot. Taking a look at the boot itself, we're wrapped in a gorgeous leather material. Now, there's a little bit of difference in between the two leathers. Basically, it's just texture. This leather here has kind of got a little more rough leather texture. This one's really smooth on the black boot. Just something to point out. Not going to be any different. Both are going to hold up the same in a crash and over a period of time. It's a leather textile mix, so we're going to have a little bit of textile, a little bit of leather. Taking a look at the front of the boot here, as you can see, we have a leathered toe piece. This is going to help when shifting through some gears and just kind of help hold the boot solid over a long period of time. This is not going to be waterproof. This is going to be water resistant. This is not Gore-Tex material. We have some leather and textile. Eventually leather will start to suck up water, so keep that in mind. It's not going to be waterproof, water resistant. So again, taking a look up here at the textile. Textile is not the greatest for abrasion resistance. Leather's fantastic. Textile works good, but eventually it will wear through if you're going on a long slide. And one thing Speed & Strength did inside the boot here, we can't see it, it's literally inside the material itself, but there's a nice protection pad inside here as an extra bonus layer, and it's really nice. It's a good solid piece, so they thought of you when it comes to impact and abrasion protection in this boot. Taking a look on the back of the boot here, we're going to have a gorgeous zipper runs all the way down, helping you slip your foot in and out with ease. I really do appreciate that. That's super nice. Get these boots on and off, no more struggling with that. Behind the zipper there, we're going to have a nice leather strap that runs the base of the zipper, giving you something so your leg's not rubbing up on that zipper, keeping everything smooth and really comfy all the way up the back. Going back up to the front here, as you notice, these are boots. They're high tops. I wear high tops constantly on a day-to-day basis. I stand at 6'2". I'm a taller guy, and I really love the added ankle support. So keep that in mind if that's something you guys are. If you're a taller person, you like ankle support, these are a great option. And if you're not even tall, it's still a good option to have. If you guys were to go down, you're having that extra material that's kind of coming up your leg versus having a shoe that comes down here. So that much more protection. Anything counts. Taking a look here, we have a leather strap that goes around the boot, held together with a nice Velcro piece. And what this is going to do, just again, give you that little bit extra tightness around your ankles, as well as hold our laces together nicely so we don't have any laces flopping out while we're out cruising down the road. Behind the laces, we're going to notice a little bit different texture here. It's a little more open in the textile. I would say this is kind of like a textile mesh. It's going to be more breathable. It's going to allow some of that cool air to flow inside of your shoe, helping keep your feet nice and cool, but also allowing some of that hot air to escape. Going down to the bottom of the boot here, you're going to see we have a nice sole of the boot. Really grippy, nice texture, shouldn't be slipping, everything's good to go down there. Now, one thing I want to point out, Speed & Strength does love to put their logo on a lot of their stuff. As you can see here, we have a Speed & Strength little logo here, Speed here, and even on the sole. Now, some people don't like that and other people do. I personally think it's awesome. I think it means that they're super proud of it. You know, you wouldn't put your logo on something that you're not trustworthy of, right? Especially a big name company like that. So when they're throwing their logo on stuff, it's number one, it adds a little flash in my opinion, but also it's because they trust their gear. It's plain and simple. So that is the brand new boot, the Insurgent boot from Speed & Strength's 2020 new lineup. So today we're talking about the Revolt boot from Speed & Strength. Now this is going to fall into the category of the performance sport package. Now this is a fantastic boot, absolutely gorgeous option. We're going to start off by talking about the material and then work our way through. So the material on this boot here happens to be a synthetic leather wrap all the way around the boot. Very nice material. As you can see, they even went in and accented to almost look like a carbon fiber wrap to give it a little bit more shine, a little bit more decal over the whole shoe itself. Something I really like and I really appreciate the little touch. The material itself is not going to be waterproof. It's not Gore-Tex here. We're talking synthetic leather. It's definitely going to be water resistant, and it's going to shed water pretty good. So if you guys do get caught up in a good rainstorm or something with these, you're going to be pretty good for a while. Now again, we do have some venting systems built into the shoe here. On the left-hand side, we're going to have a little bit impact protection. Alongside that, some venting systems that go into the shoe, allowing for some cool air to be sucked in, some moist, hot air to be blown out. Now with those vents, again, not going to be holding out water. Water is going to be able to get into that a little bit, so I wouldn't recommend riding in too much rain. Looking in the front of the boot here, you guys are going to notice right off the bat, we do not have a lace system. We have something similar to the BOA system. Flip the little switch here. This releases all of the pressure. You can release your laces and you're good to go. Now you close this, twist this guy right up, and everything locks into place. Super snug, very safe. Love this feature, and it actually cuts down on time. I know you wouldn't think you would have that much time going into throwing on shoes or boots, but this literally saves you time. Moving up to the top of the boot, we're going to have a nice leather strap that comes over and gives you a little added ankle support. I really love this. If you guys do not wear high tops, I'm a taller person, 6'2", I stand actually, and I always wear high tops. I love the extra added ankle support that it gives me. And then also when you guys are out on the track, having that extra material is just kind of a peace of mind. It really is just nice to know that if you go down, any added material you have on your body is going to help save skin. And I just really highly recommend trying out high tops if you guys have never had it. Even though this is considered a boot, it's just really nice to have that extra material. Moving up to the front of the boot, yet again, we're going to talk about the toe of the boot here. We're going to have a nice rubber material. This material here is definitely going to help with impact protection, as well as when you're shifting through some gears. It's nice to have that extra added layer of protection there. So it's going to help keep your shoe nicer, longer. Very, very nice. Taking a look at the back of the boot here, you guys are going to notice the Speed and Strength logo, and I've said it before, but Speed and Strength likes to put their logo on their shoes or on their products, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Number one, it's a little bit extra flashy in my opinion, but also it's because they love their product. They stand behind their product. You don't put your company name, a big company name, on a product that you don't trust. It just doesn't make sense. So I love the fact that they do it. In my opinion, I think it's cool. It's a little flashy. I really dig it. Going to the bottom of the boot, we're going to talk about the sole. Absolutely nice grippy sole on this thing. We have a little bit of a heel on the back of the boot. Stands really nice. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a arch to the boot there. Really comfy, really grippy. I love the sole of this boot. It's definitely going to last a while. So that is the Revolt boot from Speed and Strength's 2020 lineup. All right, guys, so now we're going to jump into the Jezebel women's riding shoe from Speed and Strength's 2020 lineup. And as you can see here, we're going to have two separate colors. We're going to have a nice gray and a nice premium black shoe color. Absolutely love these shoes. This is something that you could definitely go riding on and be comfortable in, or even just, you know, go about your day-to-day business in these shoes. And I think they're something that you're really going to be happy with. So definitely a good investment there. Taking a look at the shoe itself, we're going to have a nice premium leather wrap around the shoe itself. The material itself is nice and thick. Now this again is not going to be a waterproof material. This is going to be water resistant, as it definitely is leather, so it's going to eventually start to absorb water. Leather likes to suck it up like a sponge and kind of hold on to it. It's going to be able to be water resistant for a while, but again, it will start to suck up. It's not Gore-Tex. The leather is very, very nice though, going around the boot itself. Coming up, you can see little perforated holes. This is going to be so air can kind of get sucked into the shoe, kind of keep you a little bit cooler on your ride, and just kind of allow some of that hot, moist air to be wicked out. Speaking of that, the interior of the shoe here, the inner liner is definitely going to be moisture wicking fabric, so it's going to take some of that hot air and suck it back into the back and kind of expel it out through the shoe, keeping you nice and cool out there on your ride. We're gonna have nice impact protection in the back. The shoe is nice and solid all the way around, so that is a great feel. Moving up to the front here, as you can see, again, impact protection, and also this extra layer of leather is definitely gonna be good for when you're slapping through gears on your bike. It's not gonna wear through your shoe as fast, so keep that in mind. It's definitely gonna help keep the shoe nice for a longer period of time. One thing I love to say, Speed and Strength definitely loves their logo on their shoes, and I totally back that. I think it's fantastic. We have the SS logo here stitched in the side and the SS up front. And if they didn't love their product, they wouldn't have their name on their product. They are a big name company, and so they back and stand behind their product 100%. And that's one thing that I really love. So it's a little bit of flash, but it's also them saying, look, we stand behind our product, and I like that. These are considered technically high tops. If you haven't ever tried high tops, they're a fantastic option. They give you a little bit of ankle support as well as an added benefit of material over the top of your ankles. So if you guys do go down, it's just an added protection. So it's really nice. It covers your ankles a little higher and also gives you added support. Going down to the sole of the shoe here, this is going to be a nice solid sole, definitely pretty thick. It's a harder material, but it's also going to be really grippy. I think they did a great job with the look of the bottom of the shoe here, and definitely having it be a nice solid texture, something that's going to last for definitely quite a while. So this is the Jezebel shoe from Speed and Strength's 2020 lineup. For more information on the products listed in this video, click on the link in the description area below. Feel free to call us with any questions or place an order at 800-969-7501. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for all of the latest DK events, videos, and promos.